The White House now, 15 minutes past the hour now. President Trump meeting with members of the National Governors Association last night at the governor's ball. The president vowing to keep his promise to repeal Obamacare and a lot more.
Tomorrow we're going to meet and we're going to discuss things like perhaps health care will come up. Everybody's different, every state is different, and different requirements, but I think we have something that's going to really be excellent. And as most of you know, the Obamacare has had tremendous problems. I won't say in front of the Democrats, I'll just say it to the Republicans. It doesn't work.
Wow. Former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, Fox News contributor with me out of Florida this morning. And Governor, nice to have you on a Monday.
Well, thank you very much, Bill. I thought the president last night showed some great sense of humor when he talked about the fact that not everybody in the room would love what he said. That was a nice touch.
Well, some Democrats in that room, too. You attended these meetings for 10 years. What are they all about?
Yeah. Well, I believe it could be one of the most important assets that Donald Trump has that he doesn't yet really fully realize. The governors of the states have such an important role in shaping policy, far more so than Congress. And governors are pragmatists at heart. They're not ideologues. They can't afford to be. They may be in their campaigns, but when you become a governor, you have to live within a balanced budget, something Congress doesn't even have to do. So if Donald Trump really wants some of the best ideas in America on solving everything from education, infrastructure, health care, all of these issues, I suggest he take long visits with governors and talk to them, because they're the ones who are actually solving problems rather than making speeches like they do in Congress.
Wow.
Be the best thing he could do.
Very interesting. We're going to have a lot of analysis over the next 36 hours as to what is anticipated in this speech. But I just want to draw you back to the last hour. President Bush is doing a round of interviews, starting on NBC earlier today, where he did live interview with Matt Lauer. Later in the week, you're going to see him on Fox with Sean Hannity. He's got a great book out, giving salute and tribute to the wounded warriors from Iraq and Afghanistan. Really stunning stuff. But he was asked a number of questions about President Trump, et cetera, and the issues of the day, and said the following at one point, Governor.
It's hard to compare times. One thing, though, is for certain, the job's a tough job. Everybody looks at the presidency when they campaign one way, then they get in office and find out there's a reality to the job. And, there's been times where we've been divided. It requires a lot of people coming together to try to make us united.
Yeah, just react to this. There was a lot in that interview for a man who held his tongue for 8 years under President Obama, Governor.
I still think George Bush has shown us how to be a statesman from the perch of being an ex-president. He's done a great job of that, and he did it again today. I don't think there's any doubt that he has strong, and I mean strong, disagreements with President Trump about a lot of things. Some of it was personal because of the campaign rhetoric that erupted with George Bush's brother Jeb. But I thought he was gracious, and what he said was true. It's true of any job. You run for the job. You think it's one thing, you get in, you find out there's a lot more to it than you ever could have known. That's not the fault of the individual, it's just the reality of running for office. And I thought he recognized that, look, there are times we have to come together, and times are different. They always are. I thought it was well said by President Bush.
I thought the other comment, he said, hey, it's only been a month. And he's going to have 4 years, Governor.
Well, it's interesting. Somebody on the Democratic side was saying that, President Trump is the worst president in U.S. history. And I'm thinking, seriously, you can know that by having been in office for less than a month? I mean, come on. That's a little bit of a stretch. I think he's doing a terrific job because he's doing what he said he was going to do. That's what bothers a lot of the people on the far left, that he is doing what he said. But for many of us, it's what makes us feel really good about the next 4 years and perhaps 8 years, is because he is saying, look, here's what I campaigned on. This is why you elected me. And by gosh, this is what I'm going to do. And
apparently Steve Bannon has a list of things hanging on the wall of his office where, I mean, this is what was said in the campaign. It was said in the State of the Union address, in the inaugural speech, and will likely be the address for Congress tomorrow night. Governor, thank you for your time, and we'll see what we get done here. Governor, thanks. Mike Huckabee in Florida today.
You bet.
20 past. Shannon.
We are tracking